Dolu would shovel the snow from in front of his house every day. One day he suddenly looked up at the sky and shuddered with fear. A strange, magical light was shining on the distant horizon. His face contorted with fear. He immediately ran inside the house and locked the door tightly, as if something terrible was about to happen. The atmosphere inside the house was even stranger. Everything in the room was securely tied down with ropes. To calm his nerves, he quickly poured himself a glass of artificial milk and drank it in one gulp. But as soon as he took the last sip, terrifying sounds came from outside, making his hair stand on end. Dolu stood up in a panic. First, he carefully placed the glass down. Then he gently stroked his beloved toy and tied it down securely as well. After that, trembling, he crawled under the covers, hoping to fall asleep quickly. By the time darkness completely enveloped the outside world, he was fast asleep. He had no idea that the entire house had begun to shake violently. Books fell from the shelves, as if some terrible monster was about to break free from its captivity. But the oblivious Dolu slept soundly. The next morning, everything was calm again, although the room was completely in disarray. Dolu seemed to take it all in stride. Without panicking, he began picking up the books that had fallen on the floor. When he was sure that everything was safe outside, he picked up his tools and hat and started clearing the snow again. 8 hours passed in the blink of an eye. The snow in front of the door was almost completely cleared when suddenly the same strange light shone in the sky again. Reluctantly, Dolu returned home. As before, he made himself a glass of artificial milk to calm his nerves. At that moment, the same terrifying sounds began again. He immediately huddled under his blanket. Suddenly, the whole world began to shake violently, and this time the tremors were even more terrifying than before. All the furniture in the room started falling over. The next morning, when Dolu woke up, he prepared to clear the snow again, but this time the snow was much deeper than he had imagined. He started working with all his might. When he returned, he was completely exhausted. But the tremors that night were the most terrifying yet. The most frightening thing was that his shovel was missing. He searched every corner of the house, but the shovel was nowhere to be found. Finally, out of desperation, he started clearing the snow with his bare hands. He became so tired that he fell asleep right there in the snow. Then the same strange green light appeared again, but Dolu didn't notice anything. Suddenly, a strong tremor threw him up onto the roof. Then the truth was revealed. The world Dolu was living in was actually the world inside a little girl's crystal ball, and that strange green light was none other than the table lamp next to the girl's bed. Now the question is our world also someone else's toy?